playing at least one game for each character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's the challenge I set myself at the tail end of last year. So, I may need a new intro. Maybe a new camera too.
Choose your fighter. Pikachu.
I'll have a proper intro ready for the next video, but I think I've delayed things long enough. As you just saw, we're looking at a game for Pikachu, the last of the original 8. And trust me, there's no shortage of games to choose from. But I wanted to play something new to me. So I chose Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, a game that I had been very critical of before playing, and purposely skipped out when it first came out. Was my criticism justified? Let's find out. But before I get into the video proper, I just wanted to quickly go over why it took so long for me to make this video. The short story is, I was in a pretty shitty living situation and had to move. And on top of that, I recently started a new job with more hours. I actually originally wrote this video like 5 months ago, but I just had way too many other stuff to focus on. Now things are settled, I hope I can get something regular going on here. The story of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu is the same as every other Kanto adventure prior, with a few added flourishes here and there. Defeat the 8 gym leaders, beat Team Rocket, become champion. Basic stuff. But those flourishes are really nice. You bump into gym leaders and Elite 4 members in places you didn't before. Archer was a pretty great addition that ties into the Generation 2 stories, even if his team was a bit lacking in the creativity department. Your rival in this game has been replaced. I don't know what his actual name is, I think it's Trace or something, but I named him Not Blue, because he is not blue and automatically lame because of it. But thankfully Blue is still in this game, and he's still great. I wish he was still the champion, because Not Blue was incredibly weak and a very disappointing final boss. I also felt the story tried to railroad you too much compared to the original. Like, you have to climb Pokemon Tower and see the ghosts before you are able to enter Team Rocket's base. The Cubone storyline in this part of the game was very sweet. Another example of railroading are the requirements to enter the gym. They're just so dumb. Some require you to have a Pokemon that's at least 45, when the highest level Pokemon in the gym is level 44. It's insulting. Infuriating design choices like that are spread throughout the whole game. This was the first game to feature a forced XP share, and the series has been worse off ever since. I wanted to add a Dragonair to my team, but it was so much slower level than the rest of my team, but because of the stupid XP system, I couldn't bring it in line with the rest of my team without over leveling them, using conventional methods. I instead had to use a bunch of rare candies I had gathered. Otherwise my only real option was catching a bunch of Pokemon, and there was no way I was going to put up with that. Catching Pokemon and wild Pokemon in general is by far the worst part of this game, and it's not even close. It honestly taints the whole experience. Instead of battling wild Pokemon you would like with trainers, you instead play this stupid mini game where you have to throw Pokeballs using motion controls, and it's a pain in the ass. Throwing straight ahead isn't too bad, but the moment Pokemon start moving side to side, good luck, because aiming with those Joy-Cons is borderline impossible. And it just feels so pointless too. Why can't I just battle them like I would in every other game? It would have made things so much easier. Relax. As for Pokemon battles, they've also been watered down. You no longer have access to held items to help your Pokemon, and Pokemon abilities are gone as well. The simplification didn't actually bother me as much as I thought it would, and I wouldn't have minded if things were simplified further. Pokemon natures are a thing that have started to annoy me a lot in recent years. It sucks catching a Pokemon that you want to use only to discover its nature makes it worse. Sorry Gyarados, you were just holding me back. The game also has Pokemon Go connectivity. I didn't play Pokemon Go, so I ignored this. Hashtag bring back the Safari Zone. The game also lets you connect with friends so you can trade and battle. But who the heck is playing Let's Go Pikachu in 2023, sorry, script update. I did have a Haunter though I needed evolving, so I took a gamble trying to connect to a stranger. This is a huge risky move. I want it back, please. I'm trusting this dude. Give my Haunter back, please. Total stranger, please give me my Haunter back. I want it back, please, come on. It's clear. No! We shouldn't have to rely on other people to get another Pokemon. Like, why does trade evolution still exist? Why is it a thing? It's just cumbersome for the sake of cumbersomeness. There's no point to any of that. Trade evolution sucks. It doesn't need to exist. Growing up, before the DS era, I could never use Pokemon like Gengar or Alakazam. Like, I should have cancelled the moment he offered Machop. Trade evolutions suck, and they always have. Okay, so what did I like about this game?
Prepare for trouble, our middle name.
And make it double, it's a high stakes game!
The return of Jesse and James to the main series games is great. They're probably my favourite characters in the whole series. But their fights were sadly boring and repetitive. It's always just Arbok and Weezing. It was a missed opportunity to not bring in Victreebel or Lickitung. Even Meowth doesn't talk. One thing I really like with no catch or downside is the music. I'm far from a Gen 1er, but if there's one thing I think Kanto did better than any other region, it's the music. Especially the trainer battle theme. I do think it's a shame they didn't give certain key characters unique themes this time around, but the music is still amazing, and I never get sick of hearing it. Also, I think this is the best looking Pokemon game on the Switch, at least of the main series titles. It's an aesthetic I think just matches Pokemon very well. Scarlet and Violet might change that, it didn't. But for now, I definitely think this more simplified look is much nicer than Sword and Shield and Legends Arceus. Also, something past me surprisingly never talked about in the script is the partner Pikachu. Pikachu is the whole reason I'm playing this game, what was I thinking? Pikachu, as always, is very cute. Between battles, you're able to take some time to pet Pikachu, dress him or her up, and play with them a bit. In battle, they're also extra powerful. They learn some pretty powerful moves to help with coverage. They're at their best in cutscenes, and I was even surprised to take control of Pikachu at one point, a mechanic that was severely underutilized. There's also a bit of post-game that I haven't touched much of yet. I caught Mewtwo, but also in the game are battles against Red, Blue, and the first time showing of Green. There are also master trainers that specialize in one Pokemon, and you can only battle them with that same Pokemon. I'd like to take them on, and probably will as I get the footage, or not. But I do wish we got the Sevi Islands, as I never got far enough into Leaf Green to experience it myself. Though I have plans to. And I think that pretty much concludes my time with Let's Go Pikachu. This video was overall a negative one, but they can't all be winners. I know this video took a long time to make. I started a second job, I moved, and I have less free time on my hands. And I'm back and forth between writing for my videos and my other projects. I wanted to be more ambitious with this video as well. Next video will be Luigi's Mansion, and I'd like to make it about all 3 games. If you want to see that video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like and comment. Until next time, bye!